the true flex won't be AirPods, it's going to be Apple credit card. Because if you have Apple credit card, it probably means you got good credit. So guys, Apple announced a credit card today, not just like a normal store card like you would see like with Best Buy, Amazon, or even Apple's old card with Barclay. This seems like something new. And there seems to be a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of different features and benefits that people seem really excited about. I'm here to tell you my honest thoughts coming from someone that works in banking. I've worked in banking for 7 years. As of right now, I am an assistant vice president for a bank. So I really know my stuff. I do loans, I do credit card apps. I know how credit works. I'm very familiar with other credit cards out there. So I'm gonna give you my insights on what I think about this card. Spoiler, some things seem pretty cool. Some things don't really impress me that much at all. I think it's actually just a lot of hype, but it could be a great way for Apple to make money. That being said, in 2019, the flex isn't going to be how many AirPods you have. It's going to be if you have that titanium Apple credit card. Thumbs up for 2 pairs of AirPods. Oh my God, I lost my AirPod. So guys, if you haven't watched my previous videos, you know I'm away from home, so that's why I'm in this hotel right now. I'm filming with my iPhone XS Max with no microphone. So please, I'm sorry if the quality of audio or video isn't very good, but I'm trying to get out some videos because as you know, my husband's in the hospital. I've been away from my job, so I'm trying to do YouTube a little bit more to just get some more money. So anyway, now that we're talking about money, Apple announced a credit card. So this isn't like the credit card that they used to have or still do with Barclay card. That was just kind of Barclay card with Apple. This is like Apple creating a whole new type of card. And the way it works is a little interesting. Some of their features and benefits don't really wow me. There's a lot of hype. If anything, this card could turn into the new AirPods, the new way to look rich and flex, because a lot of the features just don't impress me. So the big thing that people are really impressed about, it's just a very pure minimalistic card. It's made out of titanium, so it's gonna feel heavy and be premium in the hand. It's not gonna have a name or a number or anything on it, so it's just gonna kind of stand out. As someone that's already owned a credit card that's been metal, it's not really that big a deal. People will assume you're rich, but pretty much anyone with good credit can get a metal type card. That being said, I don't know the credit requirements for this Apple credit card yet. I would think it would be kind of hard to get since they are offering rewards and a low interest rate. And things like that. So I would assume for this credit card to get approved, you probably would have to have a high 600, low 700 to get approved. And of course, the higher your credit score, the lower the interest rate. And while we talk about that, Apple is mentioning that this will have some of the lowest rates on the market. They have not been specific about that because the way most credit cards work, it depends on your credit, and they figure out the interest rate of the card based on the current prime rate of the market. So prime rate is set by the federal government, and then that's how banks will price the loans and also price credit cards. Most credit cards never have a fixed interest rate. They always kind of go up and down based on the rate environment. Right now, prime is between 5 and 6%. I've been out of work for a little bit, so I'm not caught up. Also, if I haven't mentioned before, I actually work in banking. I'm an assistant vice president for a bank, so I know a little bit about credit and credit cards. So just combining that with technology, this is the perfect video for me to make. Also rewards, people are so impressed about these rewards, but there's nothing special about it to me. The only outstanding feature is that the rewards apparently are redeemable instantly. So if you use your card today, you'll get the rewards back today. And then as far as what you get back, apparently if you use Apple Pay, on your phone, you get 2% back for everything, which is great, but it's not the best I've ever seen. There's a Citi card that gives you 2% back on every single thing, no matter what. But the thing with this card, with this Apple credit card, you only get 2% back if you're using Apple Pay on your phone. If you resort to the card, you only get 1% back in rewards. And that kind of ties me back to people wanting that premium titanium card. If you want to flex and swipe that in public, you're going to be getting less rewards. So it's better just to use Apple Pay on your watch or your phone and get more rewards. It's all very, it's kind of like almost they're giving you less rewards to use the card that costs them money to send you. And also, I bet you they get a percentage back on every Apple Pay transaction. So that's how they can afford to give you higher rewards. Just another thing to mention, like this credit card, like any credit card, you're gonna have to have decent credit. So right now, if you have no credit or bad credit, please don't expect to get approved. If you wanna work on building your credit, you can get an account at creditkarma.com. You can check your credit score and you can see where you're at and see how to improve. Just remember that your credit is based on a ton of different features, but just simply said, pay off your bills on time, and also don't carry balances on your credit cards, or if you do, carry very low balances. Also, just a thing to throw out there, paying your telephone bill, paying your electric bill, paying your rent does not help your credit typically. What helps your credit is paying your credit cards on time, paying your car payments on time, paying your mortgage on time if you have that, and then just keeping every balance down as low as you can. Also, an interesting point with this, Apple having this credit card is going to put a credit card in the hands of a lot of people that may not really have ever considered one. Maybe they have decent credit for whatever reason, like a car or student loans that they're paying on time, but they've never really used a credit card. They've just used their debit card. So I feel like Apple is targeting the demographic, like millennials and whoever the hell is younger than me, even though I'm almost 30 years old. Oh my God. So yeah, so this is gonna open up a lot of potential new customers using credit cards. I am a little afraid because the correct way to use a credit card, especially a rewards credit card, you buy something, say you buy a phone for $1,000. You want to pay that $1,000 off the next time you get the bill. You don't want to pay the minimum payments, because if you pay the minimum payment, you're going to be being charged interest. Not to mention, if you put $1,000 on your credit card and your credit limit is $1,000, your credit is now maxed out. So that's going to hurt your credit score a lot until you pay it off. Honestly, the better cards in certain situations are like store cards like Amazon and Best Buy, because they offer 0% for like 24 months on large purchases. For example, like when I buy cameras, like I bought a camera at Best Buy, I used their card and I had 0% for like between 12 and 24 months. So I paid zero interest. If you put that same purchase on this Apple Rewards card, you're probably not going to get 0% period for any type of month other than just the, you do get a statement cycle to, not make a payment basically. But since this card has rewards, I don't think we're going to be seeing 0% at all. So this card is definitely geared for people that want to charge stuff and pay it off right after. Because if you charge something and take many months to pay it off, the rewards are not going to be worth it at all. And the only things, as someone that works in banking, I am a little confused on how this is going to work. Please correct me if I'm wrong, or please just inform me in the comment section below. But the fact that you have a physical card, but there's no name or numbers or expiration date or CVV code that I'm aware of on it, how does that work? Like, if you're trying to book a hotel over the phone or make some type of payment over the phone and they don't accept Apple Pay, unless there's going to be a complete overhaul to a lot of merchants online, I'm really confused on how this is going to work. Also, just as me being super paranoid and also me working in banking, please do not carry one form of payment with you. So if you have this Apple credit card, do not carry just your Apple credit card, or do not carry just your phone, because I've seen it a million times. Like, either the card provider goes down, Visa itself goes down, MasterCard itself goes down, and you're unable to use it, or it's flagged as fraud or lost, or there's just some glitch. So please don't think that this is giving you the ability to just not bring your wallet at all. My wallet is back here. And anytime I go away from home, like I'm several hours away, I would have anxiety if I'd won a card. This is my wallet. It's the Ridge wallet if you've never seen one before, but I have a ton. I have my personal debit card, I have my business debit card, I have several personal and business credit cards. So I'm covered in the event anything happens. And I also use Apple Pay on my phone as well, just in case I ever lose my wallet. I'm good to go there as well. Oh, also just to point out a benefit of this card, it has no annual fee, which is great, but that's seen in a ton of other credit cards. It also has no foreign transaction fees, which I assume they mean like foreign, like going to a different country, which that is pretty good. A lot of the cards that have no foreign transaction fees are actually travel credit cards, and a lot of those do have annual fees just because they give you a ton of other benefits as well. The foreign transaction fees does puzzle me a little bit because typically banks will charge two different types of foreign transaction fees. One will be just a set foreign transaction fee, and then another will be like a cross-border fee or a currency convert fee. So if they offer zero fees, like you just swipe your card and it's converted to the currency value of that country, that would be pretty amazing. And then two, I'm just reading the rewards scheme. So it's 3% back on Apple purchases, 2% when using Apple Pay, and 1% when using the physical card. So again, the physical card is probably something that would interest me the most, just because it probably does look pretty cool, but 1% back is not cutting it. So if you want the best rewards, you're just gonna have to use your phone and cut the flexing out. In regards to the 3% back on Apple purchases, that's not really all that good, because you could get like a Best Buy card and they get 5% back on anything you buy. So you could buy a $5,000 iMac at Best Buy, and if you use your card, you typically get 5% back. Sometimes they even do promotions on 10% back. Amazon, their store card, 5% back. So that really isn't all that good. Again, the only saving grace is that you get the rewards back right away. I'm not really sure how many people really care to have the rewards back the next day. It's not like, you rely on your rewards for like living expenses, Typically, I just let my rewards save up over the course of months and then redeem them. That's kind of the beauty of them. Like, you just kind of forget they're there, and then once you look at them, it's a very significant amount. Also, a question I have, the rewards for this card, can they be put in your bank account, or do they have to be put back on the card? So if it's 3% back and you can only put it on the card, that's kind of just like a scheme to keep you in this ecosystem of this rewards card. Other credit cards, you can get rewards and you can typically cash them out for statement credit. You can buy airline miles, hotel points, Starbucks gift cards. It's really just gonna take time for this card to come out for me to check out everything to see if it's really the best, like, hyped up thing that people are talking about. As of right now, it's just kind of like a middle of the road credit card. Like, it's not horrible, because a horrible credit card would have zero rewards, potentially really high interest rate, also potentially annual fees. Middle credit cards have no annual fees, maybe some good rewards, not the best. And then really good credit cards have top tier rewards, really good benefits like really good benefits like travel insurance, cell phone insurance, even if you break it, credits to airline tickets, where this just doesn't have that. Just kind of a middle card. I really think this card is just going to be geared towards people that haven't ever been introduced to cards before, but they're iPhone users and they'll just kind of listen. And I pray that people don't get this card and are exposed to a credit card for the first time in their life, and then they rack up debt, and then they're stuck with a $10,000 balance on their Apple credit card that they can't pay off because they don't really understand how credit cards work. All right, guys, that's all I have to say about that. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm your guy to ask questions about when it comes to credit cards and finances, because my joy of banking and finances, also me being a tech channel, perfect fit for me to talk about this Apple credit card. Really what my ultimate thoughts are is that this is going to be a whole lot of hype. That being said, I feel obligated to apply for it when I do have the ability, so I can give you a better understanding of how it works. I am excited to check out the app and how they track your spending and display it to you. It looks really nice from what I've seen on the keynote. I'm going to rewatch it and see if I can think of anything else to talk about and add to this video. So when it comes out this summer, I will kind of walk you guys through the whole application process. I'll show you like how fast it takes for me to get approved and what my credit limit will be, and I'll show you how it works and everything like that. If you guys want one, make sure your credit score is decent or you may get declined, and that will be awkward. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my insight on this Apple credit card coming from a bank manager. What do you think? Are you gonna apply? Is it kind of stupid? Is it hyped up? Hint, yes. Have a great day, guys. Bye.